Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to another live where we cultivate more love and joy in our lives through choosing our realities. Yay! Isn't it so great that you're the one that chooses your reality? No one else can choose it for you. No one can make you have a shitty day. No one can really go into your mind, your perspective of mind, and change it for you. You're the one that selects. So if you perpetuate thoughts that make you feel good and you can have a peaceful, easeful reaction to, or if you have thoughts that you have a reaction to where it's more stressful, you get to steer your ship. You get to decide, am I going to perpetuate these things that cause dis-ease in my system, that put a lot of stress and pressure on me, or am I going to take the burden off and think more easeful thoughts? What thoughts can I perpetuate in my system that would not cause dis-ease, that would not cause distortion, right? How can I think more joyfully about myself, about my family, about everyone around me, about my friends, about the circumstances, about the world? What do I get to bring into this world that feels really, really good and joyful and beneficial, holistically, right? I like to say holistically beneficial because sometimes you could say, do what makes you happy. But if people have a definition of happy as like this kind of something that's a little bit good mixed with some bad, that's not what I'm talking about. When I say holistically beneficial, I mean it's not causing damage to you or anyone else. It's actually just uplifting you and enlightening you in whatever ways it is. So you can keep that in mind. Hi, beautiful beings. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Moonstone. Everything's beautiful and wonderful. Hi, Bodhi. Welcome. What a beautiful day to be alive. So, in this now moment, choose. Decide what your truth is. Decide that everything's happening for you easily. Decide that you always receive the best ideas. Decide that it's easy for you to act on whatever beautiful ideas you're receiving, right? If you're holding yourself back from doing something, it's likely you're imagining it in a much more complex way than you need to. If you don't want to do the thing, probably the way that you think you have to do the thing is actually harder than it is. So, simplify. What's a way I can do this that I would enjoy doing it even more? You'd be surprised what comes up when you actually ask yourself different questions. Hi, Maple. Hi, Hannah. Beautiful, beautiful beings. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here. Also, guys, we have the magic solution coming up on July 15th with Olivia of Master Manifestors, and that is going to be a phenomenal masterclass. I cannot wait for that. We are so magical, separate, and together, just compounding the magic, right? And then today I have a little flash sale up for 45-minute sessions and also audio. If you want a specific audio affirmation tape, custom, there's a flash sale for that today too. So check out my stories. You're beautiful and wonderful and brilliant. And you've been manifesting your whole life. So allow yourself to just select what it is you're choosing, right? What do you desire to experience? How easy can it be? And then if any part of you is like, oh, I want to have this thing, but cut the butt off, leave your butt behind you, as I like to say, right? Leave your butt behind you and just be like, okay, I desire this thing, then it's going to come to me in the easiest way. When you think about energy, like conservation of energy, conservation of motion, nature naturally wants to take the easiest pathway, right? So things are going to come to you in the easiest ways. If you think that you have to work and effort it, you are putting in extra obstacles, extra pathways that don't need to exist, but you think that it has to. So you're actually elongating the whole system and path in that way. There is no third party. There is no third party. It's just you. It's just you guys together. That's it. You're together, period. That's why you never pay attention to a third party, because it does not exist. Do you know what I mean? That's not a thing. They always choose you. Because otherwise what you're saying is like, I want this person, but there's another person that they like more. Cool. Why are you making yourself a peasant in your own reality? You know that you're doing that, right? Wake up. Cut it out. With revision, is it instant when you choose once? Everything can be instant when you choose once, but more like when it comes up in your mind, are you thinking from the person who has this story or that story, right? A revision is like, oh, I have this thing, right? So you're just like, oh, so when it comes up in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, that's the story. Or you could even be like, oh, that's already been revised. It's already automatically revised for my highest joy. Hi, Lane. Hi, Pickles. Angie Yanito. But you have to accept the negative thoughts or stop overthinking it. It's just what you say it is, right? You again, I just mentioned putting in buts, right? You're like, but. No, it just is what you like. Nope, it's this, period, done. It's this, period, done. Simplify it. Yeah. I think like also naming it like positive or negative thoughts, think of it more of just like, it's just an alternative thought, right? You're the only one that's decreeing if it's good or bad. So it's just like all thoughts exist, therefore they can all be neutral until you decide to put a story to it. Thank you. Yeah, I got a new eyeshadow palette. And I really like it. It's a lot more sparkly than I thought it would be. I didn't know there would be so many sparkles in it. So that's been really fun. Like I thought it would be shimmery, but I didn't realize there'd be actual like, you know, bits and bobs in it. You love. I had a lot of fun recording a TikTok earlier, right before this live. If you haven't seen it yet, it's the one where I stand on a chair. I had the idea for that last night as I was falling asleep, and I was like, all right, I got to do that tomorrow. We love it. We love to have fun here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love the red lips. Someone was reminding me about that yesterday. Were you the one? Were you the one that reminded me and then you had a photo shoot in your car? I think so. Anyway, because I've been wearing pink a lot lately. Because the red I want to wear is somewhere. It's not lost. It's just not on the place where all the rest of my lipsticks are. So I have to go retrieve it and put it in the spot. But basically, I'm wearing a different red today than I usually wear. Because I was like, fine. Finding consciousness is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, absolutely. The more time passes with no contact, the less I believe he wants me. Oh, my silly brain. Which is funny because there's fully that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and you can believe anything you want. So either way, it's you torturing yourself. You do realize you're the only one making you feel stressed right now. But I think it'd be more interesting for you to just prioritize yourself and recognize how wanted you are. If you look at relationships as a reflection of how you treat yourself, and you're like, okay, he's choosing other people and not prioritizing me. Where are you choosing other people and not prioritizing you? Where are you choosing other people over you? Like right now, actually. You're choosing this other person instead of you. You're choosing the person that they're with instead of you. You did that. Isn't that so funny? Oh my God. Instead of recognizing, like, your person never chooses someone that's not you because, like, they can't. I'm going to say that again because I feel like that might help you. Everyone here. Other relationships are a reflection of your relationship with yourself, right? So if you are witnessing people choose people other than you, where are you choosing other people over you? Where are you prioritizing other people's, oh, well, they have stuff going on, or, oh, they had this childhood trauma, or all this stuff, and it's like, cool, so you're creating stories instead of just creating, wow, we're together and it's perfect. We're together in our perfect relationship. They're the best version of themselves. I'm the best version of myself. We all deserve the best. It's all working perfectly. How to manifest a job opportunity despite saying they do not want openings or rejected Feb? You select that you have it. You just have it. You just have it. Think of it like binary ones and zeros, right? 1 is on, 0 is off. Yes. So it's either on or it's off. So you're either on, you're like, I have this, I have this, I have this, right? Or you have that off and you're like, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. Just turn it on and leave it on. Stop turning it off. Stop being like, well, I don't see it outside, so it's off. Bitch, that's not how it fucking works. You turn it, sorry, I didn't mean that derogative towards you. You turn it on. Queen, king, champ, hombre. Turn it on. It's on. It's just on. It's just on. It's just on. Hi, Shane. Hi, Nadine. Hi, Livy. Wow, beautiful people here. Hi, Jazzy. I have the most beautiful, phenomenal, wonderful people ever. I love you guys. Started reading The Game of Life and How to Play It. Wonderful. Is that, hold on. Is that Florence Scovel Shinn? Oh, you missed me. I'm right here. I love her too. I have her works. I haven't read all of them, but I have the complete works as like a book. I also want to get the Neville Goddard collection. Yes, ma'am, you told us about it. Yeah, I thought it was funny when I interviewed Tone. He said that he likes to look at people and think of who they're the modern day, and he thinks he's like, you're the modern day Florence Scovel Shinn because of all the rhyming. And I thought that was so funny. He's like, yeah, because she says that rhymes get into the subconscious or get into the mind better. And I'm like, that's what I say, because I'm always like remembering songs and stuff. So I figured I'd just make myself rhymes. My 4th was great. I saw my cousins. I went to my cousin's house. I ate pulled pork. I made jokes. I named every Pokemon I could think of, which turns out to be like 14 or 15 Pokemon. I don't really know a lot, but hey, that's more than a lot of people, probably. Less than people who know a lot about Pokemon, but more than people who know nothing about it. SP texted me the other day. It wasn't a friendly text. I ignored it. That's so funny. I love that. Yeah. Prioritize yourself. You know one Pokemon. Is it Pikachu? I love Champ. I love saying Champ. I knew it would be Pikachu. Mm-hmm. What about choosing not to see anything as evil because everything is God and God is good? You know what I like about, okay, so like if you look at, you know what, I don't know if you guys know this. I wrote a piece called Smornolap Palindromes, which is like looking at words forwards and backwards. Evil backwards is live. So it's like reverse. Living is like that. Think of evil more of like whatever takes energy away from life, right? Instead of making it good, bad, it's more just like, am I directing my consciousness away from living? What is draining my life force? That's what I would define evil as versus good or bad. I know. I'm a genius. So smart. Thank you. Yeah. So, because people think of like good, bad, etc. Also, the word good and the word God are the same. It's the same origin. It's just like good means God. So it's like good morning. You're wishing someone a God morning. So I said to Olivia the other day, instead of saying, am I good enough? It's, am I God enough? And then she did a live with that as the title. And I was like, queen. Hi, Erica. Beautiful, beautiful being. literally said it as I was typing it. I'm a genius. Yeah, I am. I love it. Just saw you're standing on a chair post. Loved it. I know. I thought of that last night before I fell asleep, and it was hilarious. And I was like, I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Had inspired action today to break no contact with SP. Wanted to ask your thoughts on taking action. Whatever you feel like doing. Let me tell you a little story. So, I was seeing this guy many years ago. And he asked me if I could just not talk about manifestation. And at first I was like, sure. And then the next day I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, that's who I am. So then I just imagined like a garage door closing between us. And I was like, he's not going to contact me till he's in better energy. And then we just kind of went about our lives and didn't speak for like 9 months. And then one day I was sitting on my porch and I was thinking, I would really love to hear from him. And then I was like, well, I said I wouldn't hear from him till he's in good energy. And I was like, well, I decide that. So I was like, then he's in perfect energy. And then that afternoon he texted me and he invited me over for brunch. And when I went over, he made a vegan brunch. He used to make fun of me for being vegan. Turns out he's vegan now. He made me brunch. And it was just so funny because that was like a selection of, you know, so that as far as like breaking no contact, if you think about it, I was just like, nope. Basically, I was like, I'm not going to focus on that. I focused on myself, did my stuff, wrote a book, did other shit. And then when I connected with him again, it was when I selected that he was just the perfect version of himself. And he was like, you know, I didn't need an apology, but he was like, I'm so sorry for how I behaved and all this stuff. And he had done a lot of internal selection for himself and also was into manifestation then at that point. Isn't that funny? So really, your inspired action might be, first of all, you don't even need to think in terms of inspired action, but in that moment, I was just inspired of like, I would love to hear from him. Well, then he's in good energy. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is my action was deciding. Action doesn't necessarily have to be an external thing, right? Gigantic news. Congrats. I knew you were going to manifest those neighbors away. I've had that conversation so many times with people. It's just like you just decide that they like leave. Now you're thinking, the mind saying, what if something else appears? Why don't you decide that wonderful things come to you? Only wonderful things come to you. And if something unpreferable were to appear, you would just do the same fucking thing and decide that it's not there. You would do the same thing. What if this thing happens that I don't like? Well, guess I'm going to do the thing I do all the time, which is selecting my reality, which I'm really good at. Past few days have been really neutral about my manifestation. Is this normal? Why? I don't care. Yeah, sounds like what people describe as the Sabbath state. It's great. It's just normal to you because you're your normal person. You're your normal self. I'm so glad that you did that with your neighbors. Literally had the same thought like that today. You control the timing. I love that story. Oh, I'm so glad. My man has a cat, and I said, what if I put it in my purse and took him home? And he said, no, the kids would be devastated. By the time I get home this morning, he said I can have it. That's so funny. Really been helping. Adopting your life gets to be easy for me. I'm so glad. Hey, would you message me also your success story? I would love, because I want to have it so I can share it in my story. Because I know we've talked about that many times on these lives. You probably don't need to, LOL. Oh, do you robotic affirm? You probably don't need to, LOL. When I want to, I will. If I notice that I'm desiring to have a specific thought pattern as my default setting, yeah, sure, I'll repeat it as many times as I fucking want to. I don't prefer calling it robotic affirming though, because when I first did it for my body, that term hadn't been invented yet, right? I think Sammy coined that term in like 2020. But when I was 2018, my thought form was just, well, if this is my default setting, then I'm going to repeat the other one until that's my default setting. So I'm not opposed to it. It's more of just like, these are my thoughts. These are my perpetual thoughts. So I'm going to like think of it. But I also like, I think that what some people get wrong about quote unquote robotic affirming is making it stressful. If you're stressing yourself out instead of like, when I was saying my body is perfect, my body's always been perfect. I wasn't saying it like my body's perfect and making myself miserable, right? I was saying it from the energy of like, wow, my body's always been perfect, like very light and appreciative. So if you can do that with yourself, like that's really beneficial. Of course, because I'm telling you from the outside, what just unfolded was logically impossible. Except that it's not logically impossible. It's absolutely... perfect. Hi, Rose. Hope you're having a good day. I was just wondering what your perception of time is. I emit time. That's why my third book is called Emit Time. Now when? Because now is the only moment, so you already won. And I emit the time that I am, right? That's why you're just saying this is taking so long, this is taking so long. It's not you're taking long. You're just spending more sequential moments and I don't have it. I am time. You are everything, right? You know that? That all is you, including time. So what is your perception on time? Your perception of time is your experience of it. My perception of time is everything's instantaneous in the now moment. And if you have a belief of some things take longer than others because it's what you've experienced, you get to decide if you want to still keep that being true. Completely shifted but missed my SP. Is that bad? Nope. Don't decide that anything's bad. Of course, I will message you a story. I'm saying inspired to inspire. Oh, okay, cool. Love that. Congrats, voice spells. How do you clear negative doubts and when you are convinced in a negative outcome? Okay, I want you to consider something. Just pause. Stop thinking right now. And when I say things, stop thinking thoughts in response to those thoughts. Just listen for a second, okay? You don't have to clear a negative thought. You are in the now moment. So just choose the one that you desire and choose, right? Just choose what you want. And then if an alternative thought comes up, that's one that you decide you don't prefer, it's not even that it's negative. It's just, think of, okay, it's just an alternative, but it's also, it's like directing energy away from what you actually desire, right? Like if you think of it like a negative pull, it flows away, positive flows towards. So like, if it's negative, it's not that it's bad. It's just, it's away from the thing that you actually desire. You don't have to fight that. If you're putting your attention on away from it, you're taking your attention away from what you're choosing. Stop doing that. You don't have to clear a negative thought. Everything exists in existence. You are all that is. You're going to have an awareness of all things. Simply by knowing that you have the thing, you also have an awareness of the thing not existing, but that doesn't mean that that's the one you're perpetuating and choosing and selecting for your reality. Stop fighting it and stop pretending that it has any power. It doesn't. It exists. But you are all that is, and you are the power. You are power itself. Why are you afraid of a little thought? It's like me being afraid of an ant. Am I going to be afraid of an ant? No, I'm not. I'm just going to be like, okay. And this other part, when you are convinced in a negative outcome, get over it. Like, that's really build up your belief in whatever way that you get to. If that's repeating, like, everything works for me, I'm constantly seeing evidence that what I decree is what comes about. Everything exists. Meditate with yourself. Choose to see multiple of the infinite iterations of reality. It's like tunnel vision, just staring at this one thing and saying, like, okay, I have to ignore all the other infinite outcomes to just hone in on this one and say, nope, none of these pleasant ones. I'm just going to stare at the one I don't like and say, well, that's the one I'm getting then. Oh, there's infinite positive realities. There's infinite desired realities I could experience. Well, not for me, because just nothing works for me and I only ever receive bad things. So sorry, you can't give me gifts, anything. I just have to stare at the bad thing because it's what I deserve. What are we doing here? Are you committed to that role? Do you want an Emmy for your incredible acting abilities? Very believable, very convincing. I almost believed that you were helpless and hopeless and not God itself creating a reality. Dynamite. Stellar performance. Very good. No, you're actually all that is, so just select that it works easily for you. You're not convinced of a negative outcome. You're just playing with one, toying with your food before you eat it. Very cute. Do you think detaching and knowing your end is enough? Because I already feel shifted, even if for me feels useless. I just haven't seen it. Whatever you say is enough is enough. Whatever you decide is what it is. If you decide, oh, it comes to me no matter what I think, then great. But if you're consistently going back into it's not here yet, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, and you make your every fucking waking moment, it's not here, it's not happening, it's not here, it's not happening, then that's what you're experiencing. Right? So it's like, if you want to be in your desired experience of reality, the way that you get there, relaxing yourself and enjoying your waking moments instead of torturing and tormenting yourself. How do we stop going back to it's not here yet? You be persistent in it's here. You consist of it's here. You remember, which is why people like to affirm, to remind themselves. What does affirm mean? It means state as fact. So what you're stating is, oh, it's already done. It's a done deal. Even like saying like, oh, no, it's coming to me no matter what is like fine for a bit, because you're going to switch into it's already here at some point. Right? I don't have like, I know a lot of creators are like, oh, don't say it's coming, say it's here. If I fucking feel like saying it's coming, I'll say that. I say what's authentic to me. Oh, I know it's already on its way to me and it's going to just appear for me in my reality. So it's a done deal. What's natural for you? What's normal for you? Also, beautiful beings, I'm having a little flash sale today for 45-minute sessions. That's in my story. And personal audios. How do you get over being stuck in a negative loop, for example, with revision? Stop decreeing that you're stuck in a negative loop, babe. Stop saying you're stuck in a negative loop. You're the only one saying you're stuck in a negative loop. Break the loop. How do you break the loop? By stop getting on the hamster wheel. Stop saying, oh, I'm in a negative loop. It's actually what I say it is. It's actually really easy. It actually worked for me. You can even be like, I'm a master at revision. I'm so good at it. It's just deciding in the now moment what the past was, right? Because the past and future can only exist in the now. People say it's contradicting to do, but it always works for me. Oh yeah, with the, it's coming. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, stop giving a shit what people say. You are your creator. You're your best creator. So create in a way that works for you. If you haven't spent time with yourself, being like, the first thing I have my clients do, and it's the first thing in the Select Your Reality course as well, is create your rules for manifestation. I give you a list of what my rules are, what I say for my reality, where it's like everything manifests super easily for me. I'm always receiving joys automatically, etc. And then it's like I have a blank sheet for you to write out how you decide it works for you. I revised that my SP was never married and my friend texted about him being married. Did I do something wrong? I don't know what you're talking about, because what you decide is the reality, so your friend couldn't have possibly texted you that. Do you know what I mean? Can't see with my eyes closed. I would just be like, that belonged to the old story. Yeah. I know you see what I mean. Everything exists in existence, so it's just like, oh, no, actually the thing I'm preferring is here. Whatever the best story for me is what I experience. Whatever the best experience that I could possibly have is the one that I have. I can't see with my eyes closed. Also knowing there's infinite reality, so there's no way you won't get what you want. Exactly. And that's why I say it all the time. I think I could make another post about that as well. Whatever I don't want, I pay no attention to. Fucking facts. Ooh, do you watch Flossie? Hardcore facts. I love her. If something happened and you claim it hasn't, would the past change to match that? Yes. Play with revision too, guys. Like, here's the thing. If you're feeling uncertain about something, think of this just like any skill, okay? This is like baking a cake. Let's say that you are making a cake from scratch for the first time, and you make it and it comes out a little bit dry. Are you going to decide, oh, I'm just no good at making cakes? Or are you going to be like, acknowledging, oh, that was the first time I made a cake, and now I know what to adjust and do a little bit differently this time, right? Same with anything. When you're like painting, when you're drawing something, you're not just like, you draw one face and you're like, I'm bad at drawing faces. And if that is you, if you do that, listen. Instead, you say, oh, you know what? I'm going to look at a little tutorial. I'm going to see a little bit differently. Slow down a second. How do I actually draw a nose? Huh, okay. You know what? Let me just draw that a few times. Oh, you know what? I'm not bad at that. That looks okay. Way better than it did a few minutes ago before I knew. It's like sometimes... What was the way that worked best for you to learn in school? For me, flashcards really worked for me. Flashcards worked for me very well. So like writing out affirmations and that stuff at first was like, I used to do that a lot. And then I changed my story as far as like the way that my brain and memory work, right? I used to tell a story that I had a bad memory, decided I have a good memory. Now, if you've seen me perform my massively long pieces of consciousness poetry and rap, like, you've seen it. It's great. I started telling a better story. It's very much customizable like that. Say that you have an excellent memory. You always remember what you desire. It's easy for you to remember in a moment. If it's unpreferred, then you get to tell a better story. I affirm in this reality, I have to start and imagine the shift to a new reality. Oh, that's fun. That's a game. Well, in this reality, I have blank. Period. That's fun. I like that. Everything is basically a neutral option. Yeah. It's just whether you're assigning positive, negative, good, bad meaning to it, right? It's enough to know it's enough that you know what you want, so you can just know that it's true in the old story. I've been using not my problem every time I'm triggered, and it's really helped too. I like that too. It's like, it's not my problem. It's not for me to resolve. That's already done. Felt like I was in a loop and stuck for so long until I decided to give up, and that solved it. Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. If you keep thinking there's a problem for you to solve, you're keeping yourself in the reality where there is a problem for you to solve. When you decide that there's no problem for you to solve, then there's not. Loop over. There must be something I'm doing wrong that I have to figure out, and I just can't figure out what. So that's like you in a now moment, literally like, instead of being in the now moment of like, wow, everything works for me easily. It comes right to me. There's nothing for me to solve. It's just perfect. Watched her in forever, just speaking for myself. She definitely talks like that, though. Jazzy, you're beautiful. Feel a shift you know how to do. Then it's already done. It's already done. Thoughts on affirmation? I like affirmations because the way the brain has been observed to work is if you ask a question, your brain is trying to find all the answers. So it's like people don't realize already where they're utilizing questions in a way that doesn't benefit them. When they're like, why is this not working for me? Your brain is going to try and find every which reason, right? Versus if you're like, why is everything so easy for me? Why does this just happen automatically? Why am I so good at this? Why is this so easy for me, right? Why does he love me so much? You know, whatever. But it doesn't really matter. It's just whatever you like. You speak more in SP selection, like versions of them you're wanting. Yeah, just choose the version that you want. When you have it come up and you recognize like, ooh, I don't like that, I don't want that. Stop telling the story that that's how it is. Just recognize that that's an iteration of reality and then select the one that you want. Actually, like, wow, my person is so perfect and wonderful for me. Like, we are like a puzzle pieces together. We fit so well. It's like we just make each other better in every way. We add to each other's energy in the most positive, wonderful ways, and the way we inspire each other is just truly a force to be reckoned with, right? Whatever. How would you reverse no contact in a breakup and them moving? I wouldn't acknowledge that at all. Here's the thing. If you're in this moment saying all these things, all these problems to solve versus just being like, we're together and that's it. We're together and we have the best relationship period done. Then it's like, there's nothing to reverse. You're just in it. Can you, like a light switch. The light switch is off right now. Turn the light switch on. That's it. Will you see proof with revision? Yeah, absolutely. I've revised things and then hadn't like seen the thing of it, and then I decided, I was like, whatever I get to experience that shows me that, and then like I'll get an email or something from someone that'll be like confirming something. But you don't even need it. You can just know that your word is enough. Do you know that your word is enough? Do you know your power? As I speak, I create. As I speak, it is done. As I decree, so it is. How long have I been on this live right now? It's true. No matter what I feel, I still know my decision stands. Your OG SP texted you. I love that. I love that. I had this experience in like February where I was just simply focusing on myself and my energy and my wonderfulness, and I had like 4 different exes and stuff reach out, or like not even like full exes, like people I dated, but like people that were like, you know, there was like potential with at some point. I just thought it was like some were exes, but some were just like, but it was so funny, like the texts I was getting about like, oh, my ocean eyes and like other things, and I was just like, damn, out of nowhere. That's so funny. Bad day with SP. Now I don't know if I want him. What to decide? Well, you decreed that the whole day is a bad day. You could decide, actually, you know what? Fuck, it's the best day of my life. This is the best thing that could have possibly occurred. I'm having the best day right now. I'm having the best time. Everything's wonderful for me. So stop thinking about him. Who do you want to be? You want to be secure? Then be like, I'm so secure and I feel so good with myself. Stop thinking about him. Take your attention away from him entirely. You could also pay attention. What's the story that got brought up? Well, the way that he talked to me made me feel like I'm worthless. Okay, great. That had nothing to do with... He wasn't the origin of that. You had something in you as the origin, so let's remember and actually be like, you know what? Actually, I'm incredibly valuable. I value myself. I have the best man ever. Just focus on you. What can I do to pour into myself today? Period. Aw, thanks, babe. The SP is just a manifestation of you. I do think that, like, oh, I'm glad that was really helpful. I forget the term for this, so if anyone actually remembers, but it's like there's this habit in languaging where if you have a term defining something and then you just keep shortcutting to that thing, you kind of forget actually what the thing is. So in effect, by everyone focusing and saying, oh, a specific person, SP, 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 you forget what it actually is, which is it's a manifestation of what you're conscious of. They are not separate from you. That is not a, you know, oh, this specific person, it works for everyone but this specific person. Well, you're making them separate than everyone else then. But if you have a story that's like, I'm so good at manifesting money and career and health, but I'm so bad at manifesting people. Or if you're like, I'm so good at manifesting relationships, but I can't get a hold of money. Like, you're making this one thing separate and you're focusing on it and saying, this is different somehow, but I can't figure out how. I just don't know what this is. Instead of being like, no, actually, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's the same. Just as I'm as easeful and confident in manifesting this, then that's the same way I can think and speak about this thing. There's a flash sale currently in my stories with 45-minute sessions, and it's a really good deal right now. And then audio, specific affirmation audio. If you want to hear my dulcet tones and my magical voice in your ears reminding you you are so perfect and powerful, then that is an option today. I might end up putting audios back on my site at some point, but I took it down for a while. Yeah. So that's available. Also, Select Your Reality, excellent course. If you really want to do this identity construction of being like, all right, how do I define myself in body, mind, spirit, occupational, environmental, etc., all these things, that's great. Also really great for principles. And then the healthy state, of course, is like really excellent for teaching your body to be relaxed so that you have your natural set point of wonderfulness. That's what I'm saying about that. And it's all wonderful. I love making things. I'm so good at it too. I'm so glad I'm creative. And that's something that came back when I shifted my body from in pain all the time to thriving, is that all of a sudden creativity exploded. And it's been that way for the last 8 years. But now I just create. All right, my darling, dearest loves, I'm going to hop off. You are wonderful. Remember the light switch. Oh, sorry, I had this turned on. We're turning that off. And this other thing is being turned on. It is that easy. And if you're desiring any more specificity, you can come see me. Have a beautiful day. And just experience some magic.